Hi, this is Stacy, and welcome to Leading and Management Orientation. I just want to take some time and orientate you to the class, share a little bit about myself, and get us going off on the right step. I'm Stacy Pulliam. I've taught at William Penn before. I've taught face-to-face classes at Southwestern Community College. For them, I've taught some online classes. I've been in the teaching education career field for over 16 years. I've taught or do teach in an LPN program, teach it from beginning to end. I've taught some RN courses. I love it. It's fun. It's great to share knowledge with each other. My nursing background is I went to Grandview Community College, got my bachelor's degree in nursing, and then I went on a few years ago and got my master's in nursing education at Walden University online, so I know what it's like to be an online student. I have worked in ICU, occupational health, home health, on the med-surg floor. So that's just a little bit of my experience and about me as a nurse. So welcome to the class. I am excited to have you guys. I'm excited to get us started off on the next 8 weeks and work together to create knowledge about leadership and management. Here's just a little bit of pictures of my family, which are important to me. I have a husband. His name is Brent. We've been married for 15 years, and he is a carpenter, has his own business. I have 2 daughters. Madeline's the oldest. She's soon to be 16 and is a sophomore in high school and involved in a lot of things. And then my littlest, her name is Riley, and she's in 5th grade, first year in middle school, and she's busy and always working to figure out something to do at home. So this is my family, and the big interest in our family is horses. So you can see up on the left hand side is my littlest riding, and then on the right and the bottom is my oldest riding. They do 4-H, a duster drill team with their horses, and barrel race. So that's what we spend a lot of our time at home doing. Here's my contact information. I want you to know that I don't want you to sit home and sweat about stuff and not know the answer and try to find it. Just text me or give me a call on my cell phone, and I'll be more than happy to help you. I don't believe in a student being frustrated. So if I can fix that situation, reach out to me immediately. If you text me, just make sure you identify who you are and what institution you're from, and then I teach during the week, but I definitely will get back to you. What are my expectations? I think it's awesome that you're in the BSN program at William Penn. Ultimately, the BSN degree is going to open up opportunity for you in nursing and just allow you to do a lot of things. And I'm glad to see that you've made that life goal choice. I want you to know that I'm a facilitator and mentoring of your learning. You, as a scholar in my class, have a lot to bring to my class from real-world experience. I suppose most of you have been working, and I want you to share your experience with us and with me, because I can learn from you too. This class is a great place to network, especially with your preceptorships. I will be reaching out to you throughout class about your preceptors. I'll reach out to your preceptors, so I'm excited about that. The second week of class, we'll take some time. We'll introduce who our preceptors are, why we chose them, and how we feel the experience is going so far. My expectation is that you're actively participate in the class. You strive for excellence every day. We should as a nurse or in any profession. Create new knowledge, and last but not least, create new knowledge by reading. So I expect you to read each week and be actively involved in our online class. So you guys have preceptorships, in the class, and in the next week or so here, I'll ask you to share information with the class about your preceptorship. We're going to explore aspects of nursing leadership and management in your preceptorship weekly. in your package, your preceptor packet that's found online, is what you will discuss with your preceptor weekly. I expect you to come prepared, and that means you need to read about the topic and have a list of questions that you are going to ask your preceptor. And at times I'll probably ask you to email me what you have prepared to share with your preceptor. Remember that this might be an interview or a place where you could find job advancement. So put your best foot forward when you go to preceptorship and have a good time and learn. Exams, you will have 2 exams in this class. You'll have a midterm exam, which is week 5, it'll be 50 points, and week 8 you'll have a final exam, which will be 100 points, and most of them will be multiple choice. I will not cover every single thing that's going to be on the exam. Some of the chapters you will read independently, but it'll be identified in the syllabus. PowerPoints, I will put them up weekly. Some will be voiced and some will not be. If they are voiced, I will provide you a handout to take notes on. If you have any problems accessing them, let me know immediately via text. But I'll work to have the presentations up for you and ready to go. Discussion post, I gotta find my paper here. Discussion posts, what they are all about, and I know sometimes we dread them, but they're a place to create knowledge. You have to bring in at least 2 additional references, and I would expect those to be scholarly journals. APA format, including subheadings. I'd like you to use level 1 subheadings for each question, in-text citations, and references. I have a rubric up in the introduction of the class. Each initial post is due on Wednesday by 11:55. The first reply is due by Thursday at 11:55, and the second reply is due on Sunday by 11:55. Your replies have to be done on separate days, and I just want our discussion posts to be interesting and to bring new knowledge to our classroom. I will participate heavily in our first couple discussion posts, and then from there out I'll participate, but I might not talk to each one of you every week. Clinical reflection, you have 2 of these. They're worth 25 points. They're 1 to 2 pages in length. They're APA format, and they're just a time to spend reflecting on what you've learned in your preceptorship. So again, come prepared for what you need to address in your clinical reflection when you go to clinical, and you have one that's due right out the gate, and if I remember right, it is about comparing leadership and management. So you definitely want to read the 2 chapters that address leadership and management, and I think it's chapter 3 and 4 the first week. Assignments, you have 7 assignments. You'll find the rubrics. I've embedded the rubrics right into the assignment. Some of them have case studies which will be posted with them. I have identified the due dates in the syllabus and on rubric. If you have any questions about an assignment, reach out to me by text, and or you can call me on the phone. That'd be fine, and let me know, because I want those to go well. And I am not above giving an extension, but my expectation with extensions are that you let me know at least 2 to 3 days ahead of time, and we can discuss it extension, and if it doesn't become habitual, I will grant the extension. Okay, you have a storytelling project, and I think this is an awesome assignment. To be honest with you, I've never facilitated this assignment before, but what this is going to do is it's going to give you, the purpose of this assignment is to reflect and demonstrate what you've learned while you've studied with your preceptor and in this class. This is not a slideshow of your trip, but rather a deeper reflection about your total experience. One way to look at this project is to ponder, if an employer were to ask me what I learned in my preceptorship experience, what story would I tell them? And so there is a rubric for it, and then there is a packet that talks about what storytelling is, that shares a lot of good resources and information. And I think best of all, there's 2 examples that are up that you can look at. And the storytelling packet also kind of gives you a timeline of what you need to be working on each week for your storyboard. I think it's an awesome project. It's something that you could take to your interview and you could pop up on your laptop and share with a group. It just shows that you can communicate, that you can effectively put together a presentation, that you show critical thinking, reflection, you know what leadership and management is. So I think it is a useful project, and I think it's one that you can use to tell about yourself in a real creative way. So I look forward to this project, and again, we'll talk about it throughout the 8 weeks of the course, or the 7 weeks of course before it's due, but I encourage you to get started and to reach out to me if you have any questions. So here's just a review of all the course points in the class, and this is also in your syllabus. And again, it might be subject to change. Maybe we're having difficulty with a subject and I'll add an additional discussion post or something like that. But for the main part, it should stay right on key as to what we're going to do in the class. So again, welcome to the class. I'm excited to get started. Don't forget to reach out to me if you have any questions, and let's create great knowledge about leadership and management. And I definitely think this has an impact because each and every one of you have a potential to be a leader, to be supportive, to motivate, to set goals, be successful, treat your teammates with respect. So I wish you luck, and we'll get started.